If you blinked, you might have missed it, but make no mistake, something quietly fascinating is happening in Toronto. While most of the baseball world has been distracted by headline-grabbing mega deals and loud spring training storylines, the Toronto Blue Jays have slipped a move onto the ledger that feels almost mischievous in its subtlety. This is the kind of signing that doesn't shout for attention, but whispers promise, and those whispers have a habit of growing louder once the games actually start. Welcome back to the Blue Jays Report, because today we're diving into a signing with genuine upside, fresh comments that change how we view an offseason trade, and a spring training atmosphere that feels alive in a way it hasn't for some time. Before we go any further, do me a quick favor. If you enjoy thoughtful Blue Jays coverage with a bit of storytelling and soul, hit that like button, share this video with another Jays fan, and subscribe to the Blue Jays Report so you stay locked in as baseball officially returns. Let's start with the move that flew under the radar but deserves a second look. The Blue Jays have signed right-handed pitcher Jesse Hahn to a minor league deal with an invitation to big league camp. On the surface, it's easy to shrug. He's 36, he's bounced around, and his career numbers don't leap off the page. But baseball isn't played on the surface, and this signing feels like the front office betting on reinvention rather than reputation. Hahn is not here to take up space, he's here to compete. There's something poetic about a veteran arm showing up to camp with nothing guaranteed and everything to prove. Hahn's career has been a winding road, interrupted by injuries and long gaps away from the majors, yet beneath that uneven history lies a pitcher who has completely rebuilt himself. His arsenal has been reshaped with modern intent, sweepers with vicious movement, a changeup that grades far better than most would expect, and a confidence that comes from understanding who you are as a pitcher rather than chasing who you used to be. This is low risk for Toronto, but potentially sneaky reward, especially for a bullpen that still has unanswered questions. And that's the key word here, opportunity. Spring training is not just about stretching arms and shaking off rust, it's a proving ground, and Hahn walks into a bullpen picture that is far from settled. If he shows even a glimpse of that refined movement and command in Grapefruit League action, suddenly this nothing signing becomes a name fans are arguing about by mid-March. That's the magic of depth moves, and if you followed this team closely, you know they've unearthed value in similar ways before. While pitchers were grabbing attention on the backfields, eyes also turned toward the batting cages, where Kazuma Okamoto was taking swings with an ease that bordered on cheeky. There's an energy around him that's impossible to miss. He smiles, he jokes, and then he casually launches balls as if physics is merely a suggestion. Watching him work, you can feel why this signing excites the coaching staff. There's a sense that something could unlock here, that the transition from Japan to Major League Baseball might not be the uphill struggle some expect. That excitement only grew when new acquisition Jesus Sanchez finally spoke to the media, and his words landed with surprising weight. He didn't sound overwhelmed, he sounded relieved. Sanchez admitted he'd known of Toronto's interest long before the trade ever happened, and when the call finally came, it felt right. That matters. Confidence matters. And the more you dig into Sanchez, the more this move feels criminally underrated. This is a player with jaw-dropping raw power, the sort that makes batting practice stop traffic. We're talking about home runs measured in myth, balls hit so far they feel exaggerated even when verified. Under the guidance of Toronto's hitting staff, there's a growing belief that Sanchez hasn't scratched the surface of what he can be. Pair him with Okamoto, and suddenly the Blue Jays lineup has a ceiling that stretches far higher than many expected just a few months ago. At the center of all this quiet maneuvering is Ross Atkins, and this offseason is starting to feel like one of patience rather than panic. Instead of reacting emotionally to last year's heartbreak, the Jays have chosen calculated upside. They've accepted uncertainty. They've leaned into variables. That's risky, but it's also how you avoid stagnation. And here's where it all comes together. Spring training is underway, games are just around the corner, and the clubhouse vibe feels lighter, more open, more curious. You can sense players feeding off each other, new faces fitting in, old faces rediscovering purpose. This doesn't guarantee anything, of course, baseball never does, but it does create possibility, and possibility is the fuel of hope. So, now it's over to you. Do you see Jesse Hahn as a genuine bullpen sleeper or just depth insurance? Are you buying into the Jesus Sanchez upside? And how excited are you about what Kazuma Okamoto could become in this lineup? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, like the video, share it, and subscribe to the Blue Jays Report. Baseball is back, the story is unfolding, and this season already feels like it has something to say.